tonight on the Bayou Breakdown.
LSU Baseball won a crucial SEC series in dominant fashion.
Tigers Softball will look to do the same against Florida tonight.
And we'll check in on the NBA and NHL playoffs. All this and more, the Bayou Breakdown starts now. Welcome to the Bayou Breakdown Senior Show. I'm Madeline Frentress.
And I'm Tate Eisworth.
We'll start off with some baseball, and it was a hot one Sunday at Alec Box where nearly 12,000 fans were in attendance for the closing game of the Tennessee series. But the weather wasn't the only thing hot. The Tigers' bats were smoking too. After a series of quiet offensive outings from LSU as of late, there was no better time to regain their rhythm than in the rubber match with Tennessee. And leading the charge for the offense was freshman standout Derek Curio with a homer in the first, and it was all LSU from there.
Just the bounce back is what's needed in baseball, and I think we did a great job of that. Baseball is a game of failure. You're going to fail, you're going to succeed, and I think our guys know what it means to win and how to bounce back from losses.
The only 2 runs the Vols would score came in the first inning as freshman pitcher Kason Evans was finding his footing in his first career start. He quickly regained control, limiting one of the best offenses in the country to only 2 hits through the rest of the 5 innings he pitched.
Yeah, it was just I got to keep the ball down in the zone. That was it. There was a couple pitches I made mistakes on, and they got some hard hit balls, which led to the 2 runs in the first inning. So going back out there the next inning, I was like, I'm going to throw everything down because that's their weak spot.
Along with Curiel, Michael Braswell, and Jake Brown were also big parts of LSU's offensive success, both of them with home runs on the night, and Luis Hernandez with the double to close the game. And head coach Jay Johnson says it's the growth of his lineup that makes performances like these possible.
I thought we played in what I would call our best character, loose-free, confident, aggressive, with a good plan. That's part of it. You know, I know it's all wins and losses and results and this and that, but the fact that guys are improving gives us the opportunity to do that.
The run rule victory comes as a much-needed momentum boost for the Tigers because they've still got big SEC competition on the way. First is College Station, then Fayetteville, then finally a trip to South Carolina for a meetup with their old friend Paul Maneri, which will be a true test before the postseason. With this big series win over Tennessee, LSU is now ranked number 2 in the nation, right behind the Texas Longhorns. Here's a look at the SEC standings after this weekend. The Texas Longhorns swept rival Texas A&M to keep a commanding lead over the rest of the league. LSU is tied up with Arkansas for second place, with the 2 set to face off at Alec Box Stadium in just 2 weeks. In a contentious year in the SEC, we could see teams with just 16 conference wins have an opportunity to host a regional.
Yesterday, LSU Softball evened up the series against Florida in a game that came down to the wire. The game was a defensive matchup throughout, as both teams only had 1 run going into the final inning. LSU only allowed 2 hits. Sierra Daniel would hit a walk-off single in the bottom of the 7th inning, giving the Tigers the 2-1 win over the Florida Gators, evening up the series. After the game, Danica Coffey was ecstatic, celebrating with her team as she was presented a golden ticket for the AUSL, meaning she will be eligible for the draft on May 3rd.
Yeah, incredible opportunity for Danica. The first thing I think is it's deserved, it's earned. She is just somebody that is so easy to pull for. Everybody out here wants great things for her because of how she's carried herself for 5 years. So she's a great player, an elite hitter. She's going to have a lot of success at the next level, and we're all going to love watching her buy her T-shirts, wear her jerseys. We'll be there supporting her, as I know all the Tiger fans always do.
Reporter Jonathan Salazar is on site at Tiger Park to tell us more about tonight's series finale. Jonathan, what can we expect?
Go.
We are live right outside Tiger Park, where the number 10 ranked LSU Tigers will face off against the number 6 ranked Florida Gators. The Tigers will look to take the series with their win tonight after dropping Game 1 in a bad loss where they were run ruled. In Game 2, Sydney Berzon pitched a great game, giving up only 1 run, and Sierra Daniel walked it off to give the Tigers a win. If the Tigers want to get another win tonight, though, they will have to once again limit the Gators' potent offense, as well as get some help from the LSU bats, because as great as Tori Edwards is, she can't do it all on her own. With a win tonight, the Tigers will stay above 500 in SEC play. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, John. When we come back, Patricia Caputo and Christian Gladney will take over to recap LSU football's weekend at the NFL Draft.
Don't go anywhere.
The Purple Room is back.
We're back this semester with episodes every Friday.
And we're talking the latest on everything LSU sports, news, lifestyle, and more.
And we're bringing you some exclusive interviews with top-tier guests.
The Purple Room Podcast.
Tune in every Friday wherever you get your podcasts.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfire.
Welcome back into the Bayou Breakdown Senior Show. I'm Patricia Caputo.
And I'm Christian Gladney.
The NFL LSU Brotherhood gained some new members this weekend as 7 former Tigers heard their names called at the NFL Draft. Offensive tackle Will Campbell went 4th overall to the Patriots and was the only LSU player to be selected in the first round. Tight end Mason Taylor, who many fans will remember for his 2022 game-winning overtime catch against Alabama, was taken in the 2nd round by the New York Jets. 2 Tigers were taken in the 3rd round, with the Ravens selecting offensive tackle Emory Jones Jr. and the Broncos taking defensive lineman Savion Jones. Another pair of Tigers went in the 5th round. The Patriots drafted defensive end Braden Swinson and offensive lineman Miles Frazier went to the Lions. And last but certainly not least, offensive lineman Garrett Dellinger was drafted in the 7th round by the Ravens.
While the NFL calendar is just beginning, the NBA calendar is heating up, with pivotal Game 4s happening around the league Sunday, as teams look to take charge in the race to the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Starting in the Motor City, as Cade Cunningham and the Pistons look to even up the series against Jalen Brunson and the Knicks. After going down early, the Pistons would storm back and take a lead heading late into the 4th quarter. However, it wouldn't be enough, as Karl-Anthony Towns would nail a deep 3 with under a minute left, and the Knicks would get a stop on the other end as time expired to earn a hard-fought 3-1 lead in the series. From the D to the Twin City now, as Anthony Edwards and the T-Wolves look to take a commanding 3-1 lead over LeBron, Luka, and the Lake Show. This game was a lot like the other 3 games in the series so far, an absolute battle between 2 of the Western Conference's top teams. Down right to the end, Jaden McDaniels throws it down and draws the foul to give the Wolves a 1-point lead. And a late foul on LeBron James after a lengthy review gives him a 3-point lead. With 10 seconds left, Luka Doncic bringing it up the court. Desperation time for the Lakers. Down 3, finds LeBron. He's going to find an open Austin Reeves in the corner to tie it up and send it into overtime. No good, and the Wolves take a 3-1 lead. Shifting gears, the NHL playoffs are also in full swing, and the first round has been anything but boring. In the Eastern Conference, the Toronto Maple Leafs, led by superstar Austin Matthews, finally seems to have found their footing in the playoffs, leading the Ottawa Senators 3-1. The Carolina Hurricanes and Washington Capitals are also on the brink of advancing to round 2, with both teams only needing to win one more game to advance. The Battle of Florida is getting contentious as well. After going down 2-0, the Lightning struck back against the Panthers in Game 3. Out west, it's a different story, with every series being tied up at 2 games apiece. Superstars like Connor McDavid and Cale Makar are continuing to shine, but it's the Winnipeg Jets and the Minnesota Wild who have emerged as the true underdog contenders, challenging the favorite teams who were projected to win. As the race for the Stanley Cup continues, top teams are looking to close out their series, but underdogs are refusing to back down. The next few days will decide which teams can deliver under pressure and which ones will be heading home early. Every game from here on out will play a critical role in defining this year's Stanley Cup chase.
After the break, we'll take a look at some gladiators made of nuts and bolts as they fight to the death right here on LSU's campus.
You won't want to miss this.
The Purple Room is back.
We're back this semester with episodes every Friday.
And we're talking the latest on everything LSU sports, news, lifestyle, and more.
And we're bringing you some exclusive interviews with top-tier guests.
The Purple Room Podcast.
Tune in every Friday wherever you get your podcasts.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
You need some help?
Your toe chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Depending on who you ask, robots just might be taking over the world.
I went out and spoke to a group of LSU students who created a robot to fight like a heavyweight boxer.
Hopefully burst through or just cause a lot of damage overall, a lot of blunt force trauma.
Don't worry, the BengalBots organization at LSU will not hurt humans. But the robots that they are competing against might be in a little bit of danger.
So we're not wired to the robot at all physically. We have to communicate with it remotely.
The BengalBots work diligently to design and code a robot to compete in the BengalBot Brawl, LSU's annual robotics competition.
It's really a competition of design, driving skill, and some luck.
This year, the team made Steve, a purple and gold bot as a nod to LSU's school colors.
You're basically taking things that are over-engineered, over the top, and seeing who's going to have a malfunction first, who's going to outmaneuver the opponent.
Appears to be stuck.
That's really what happens whenever you take two 30-pound metal hunks together and smash them together.
And the name Steve? An ode to the Minecraft video game and its default character, who often carries a pickaxe.
We actually recycle a lot of our parts because we have a very tight budget, but I want to say it was somewhere around $400 to $500 that was spent this year, but it's very easy to go over that.
Although Steve lost to a senior engineering design team's robot, the BengalBots are here to stay.
BengalBots is really a good opportunity for students to kind of have an experience outside the classroom.
You can learn a lot in here no matter what your background is.
Together, these students shape a world where robots fight to the death. Or at least until one of them falls off the stage. Patricia Caputo for Tiger TV Sports. The BengalBots also have a marine division, and the group says those bots will start competing underwater in 2026.
That's all the sports we've got for today, but stay with us to see me, Patricia, Christian, Tate, and our producer Nathan sign off for Tiger TV for the last time. The five of us.
The Purple Room is back.
back this semester with episodes every Friday.
And we're talking the latest on everything LSU sports, news, lifestyle, and more.
And we're bringing you some exclusive interviews with top-tier guests.
The Purple Room Podcast.
Tune in every Friday wherever you get your podcasts.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
You need some help?
Your toe chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfire.
5 of us have all spent several very special semesters with Tiger TV.
We cannot thank you all enough for watching and tuning into our shows every week.
Before we part ways, we have a montage of some of our best moments at Tiger TV.
We hope you enjoy.
Fans packed the stands here at LSU Soccer Stadium for the first round of the NCAA tournament. Welcome back. I'm Madeline Frentress with your Tiger Sports Update. After flipping, the LSU men's basketball team looks to finish their season strong after ending their 14-game losing streak. Welcome back to Thursday Newsbeat. I'm Madeline Frentress with your Tiger Sports Update. Coming off their second loss of the season, LSU women's basketball was looking to bounce back.
Before it became an official LSU club, Future X Youth started out as a group of friends who hosted live music events in this parking lot at Yes We Cannibal on Government Street. Some new faces and some young guns got a chance to shine on Wednesday night as LSU women's basketball took on LSU Alexandria in an exhibition match. As many expected, this was more of a preseason warm-up for the Tigers as they cruised to a 117-37 win.
History repeated itself Friday night as the LSU soccer team took a 4-0 loss against the Florida Gators for the second time in 2 years. Aside from players and coaches, concession stands, their employees, and even their French fries have had to adjust to the new rules of college baseball. And welcome to another edition of Social Scoreboard. I'm Patricia Caputo, and today let's break down the college football semifinals. If you've ever been to an LSU basketball game or LSU baseball game, you might recognize this accessory on my head.
People say blowing up on social media like Trace did is chalked up to pure luck. Is it though? They were allowed to continue rooting as their heart desires, only if they relocated somewhere else in the stadium. But it shouldn't be too hard to find them.
Hey. Let me ask you a question. How do you feel being out here awaiting the new season? What do you think about our defense this year? Did you see anything today that you liked?
I just love the tenacity of the second.
Here today that it looks like more students should be tuning into Tiger TV for their sports news. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody. LSU football just wrapped up their pro day, where the Tigers draft prospects come out and show what they can do to NFL scouts and coaches. But today, we're going to see if any of these coaches are missing out on LSU prospects right here on campus.
And we want to give a special shout out to our incredible production team and our advisor, Miss Cindy. We wouldn't be here without you. For the last time, I'm Madeline Frentress.
I'm Tate Eisworth.
I'm Patricia Caputo.
I'm Christian Gladdy.
And I'm Nathan Messina.
Have a good night.